Hi guys, welcome to Bible Breakdown. We're doing Isaiah chapter 62. This chapter is titled Zion's Restoration. This is another shorter chapter and I only have 3 points like yesterday. So for verses 1 to 5, I wrote God shows his commitment of love, restoration, and salvation to his people. The comparison of a groom to a bride shows the dedication to this relationship. Verse 1 shows that commitment. I kind of love the way that it's written because it says, I will not keep silent because of Zion, and I will not keep still because of Jerusalem until her righteousness shines like a bright light and her salvation like a flaming torch. So I feel like God is like, I'm not going to stop until restoration is provided to these nations. And that's so much reassurance because God is so committed to his plan and he's so committed to his promise. So it's like, if he says he's going to do something, he's definitely going to do it. And that leads me to my next point. So for verses 6 to 9, I wrote consistency with faith and prayer is such an important thing. God is faithful to playing out the plans that he has in store for us, so let's be obedient in the journey to our blessing. And for that, I want to read verses 6 and 7. So it says, Jerusalem, I have appointed watchmen on your walls. They will never be silent day or night. There is no rest for you who remind the Lord. Do not give him rest until he establishes and makes Jerusalem the praise of the earth. So the way I interpret that is like, don't take your foot off the gas. Like, keep praying, keep doing what you need to do, keep talking to the Lord until this promise is fulfilled. And then when you continue to read verses 8 and 9, it talks about the promise that he made to them. And just to highlight that, the promise is in verse 8. It says, I will no longer give your grain to your enemy for food, and foreigners will not drink the new wine for which you have labored. And now to end the chapter, for verses 10 to 12, I wrote, there are preparations needed to be completed prior to the coming salvation, but once accomplished, the reward is worth the effort. So the Lord is telling the people again to clear the highway of stones and to prepare the way for the people. I don't know if you guys remembered when I mentioned that a couple chapters before, but it's coming out again. And then in verse 11, it says, look, the Lord has proclaimed to the ends of the earth, say to daughter Zion, look, your salvation is coming, his wages are with him, and his reward accompanies him. So when I read that, I feel like it highlights the coming of the Messiah and how he is the reward to all of this because he's the one that's going to provide salvation. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys. That is the end of this chapter, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Isaiah chapter 63. I love y'all. God loves y'all more. Have a great night.